say watch out for the umbles, the mumble, fumble, and stumble. And tumble, because yeah, it impairs your speech, it impairs your motor skills, so you start to fumble. Frostbite is a different thing. So hypothermia is basically your core temperature getting too cold, and it doesn't necessarily have to freeze for that. It can be nice and sunny, but if you're wearing wet clothes, you're losing a lot of heat, and you can become hypothermic. Frostbite is actually freezing of parts of your body, so it has to be really cold for that to happen. First, yeah, the risks are fingers and toes, ears, and you'll notice that if it becomes kind of white and milky and kind of rigid, that's when you get that. Those are the really early stages of frostbite. And usually those early stages, if it's on your face, you can just warm it up a little bit like this. With your hands, yeah, just cover them up, put them inside your jacket. And again, it's you have to watch out for yourself, but also for the other members in your team.
Okay, now we're going to food. So this is a picture from a course on mountain terminal rescue that our patrol organizes each year. And this year there was a lot of snow compared to this year. Well, this is us making dinner at night. It was pretty special. So one of the most important things that also ties into getting hypothermic is staying hydrated. So if you don't have enough liquid in your system, your body will just shut off the extremities and the blood flow, and will contract everything to the core. Often, when you're feeling kind of cold, and you drink some liquids, you actually feel the blood flowing in your extremities, and that is even more important when you're out in the snow. On top of that, when you are at high altitude, and usually, especially when you just arrive and not acclimatized, you even need more liquids. Because people tend to dry out quicker, and your body has to adjust to the altitude. You need liquids for that. So when we go out on a day, we usually drink at least 2 quarts, like double amount of what we normally would do. And we bring a hot drink in a thermos, and we always also bring a little stove that you can use to melt snow and make an extra hot drink when we are.
Yes. Just a question.
Yes.
It says drink fluids low in sugars, and is it low in electrolytes then as well?
Well,
I'm thinking of Gatorade or something like a Gatorade.
Yeah, so I would do it, just get isotonic drinks. And low in sugars means that I have to say that Gatorade, I find it pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And it kind of doesn't, I think it's sweeter than needed.
You just water it down half and half. That really gets it to be more isotonic.
Yeah.
And that, for us at least, that works better.
Or
fruit juice is half and half. Something like that.
You also have the hot cider. We usually also take half amount, and then we say it's just too sweet, and it turns acidic in your system.
I usually do hot tea in a thermos as well.
Yeah, so if you have black tea, that actually makes you pee more, so that is not necessarily the best, but green tea works really well. Also, we usually bring a thermos. A lot of people have camel bags, which work great if it's not too cold. If it gets really cold, the water in the hose freezes, and they become useless. So be careful. In the Sierras, mostly it's fine because it's not that cold. But if it does get cold, they will become useless.
Yeah, what helps, you can actually blow the liquid out of the tube back, but it's not guaranteed because you can empty out the line. Usually stays some water in the valve, and you have to decrease it again. It kind of works, but it's if you go snow camping, you also want to have just regular bottles. That is more practical than one of those matters. But just it's our experience. But I have to say the bladders are very good for continuously drinking. If
Yes.
you want to stop and get your canteen out, you can just keep on hydrating. And it turns out when you do studies, when you do that, and you also have some kind of Gatorade or something, that's the best way to keep your system hydrated.
And what you're saying is drinking more electrolytes, right? That's what you mean.
Yeah, because if you only drink water, you're kind of diluting out the electrolytes in your system.
Correct. Okay.
The next point is food. And food is really important. If you go out and it's cold, you actually burn a lot more just to stay warm than going out in summer. So if we go out snow camping, we pretty much double the amount of food that we carry over summer. So that is really something you can take into account. If you go for like an easy weekend hike, you don't really have to worry about how many carbohydrates versus proteins versus fats you need. If you go on a longer trip, that is something that you want to plan for, and you want to sort of count calories to make sure that you actually have enough. But for just a weekend trip, just bring something that you like and bring enough of it. So for during the day, trail foods are good because you just keep eating, keep your fuel levels up. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are actually great. And we usually also bring soup. So we heat up some water for lunch and add soup so it's nice and salty. And
Yeah, those powdered soup.
yeah, really.
Or just the broth tablets that you can get for instance, making a base soup. That's also very good to just have a hot salty drink. We also like tortillas because when you have a multi-day trip, they're very compact and they stay kind of all fresh. They're probably, it's food engineering, engineered so good that they taste fresh for a longer time. But that with cheese and salami is actually very good.
That's our favorite trail food.
And then for the evening, they sell here in the REI freeze-dried fruits. Those are very good. When we a couple years ago we did the John Muir Trail in the summer, and we basically lived on ramen noodles with some extra stuff. And after that, we were kind of tired of ramen noodles, and we got a food dehydrator. And that's actually very nice. You can just make the foods that you like, and dehydrate them yourself and bring them in from the trail. And when you rehydrate them, they don't come completely back the way they were before, but the taste is a nice experiment with that. That's actually improved our dinner.
Quality of trips.
That's important because you want to, it's a big psychological component of winter camping. And if you are kind of if you're optimistic and you're happy with the stuff that you're doing and eating, then it's easier to have fun.
You melt the snow, I guess if you're multi-day trip and you're melting.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so, and as a trick to that, when you start to melt snow, you want to have a little small layer of water under in your pot. Otherwise, it sounds strange, but the snow can burn, and you get a burnt taste to your water. So you always want to start melting snow before you run out of water, because the last bit of water you want to put it under in your pot. And then you just stop it, cram it as full as you can, and then as it melts, you just keep adding more.
I'm going to speed this up a little bit.